I feel like I've had to prove myself at every level that I've played at. Last year was a big one for me. Obviously, felt good to be recognized for what I've done, and obviously, yeah, now I'm called this prospect that everyone talked about. So it's just another number on a list. I mean, to me, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to play and do what I love to do every day.
Now, being on Team Canada, of course, you're close to another Maple Ridge product in Larry Walker. Have you been able to tap into Larry's font of knowledge for this tournament, and have you had a chance to talk to them very much? Because obviously, people are going to be making comparisons between you and Larry at some point, if not
Right.
now.
Well, obviously Larry's one of the best that's come out of our country. So anytime you can talk to him, pick his brain a little bit, it's a good experience. He's a great guy, he's a great coach. And yeah, I mean, if people want to compare me to him, I mean, that's an honor to me.
Was he, there was a time long before you were born, Tyler, when, if you're a ball player growing up in this country, there weren't a lot of role models in terms of Canadians in the major leagues. There were only a handful of guys. That certainly has changed over the last couple of decades. But I'm wondering what it meant that a guy like Larry Walker came essentially from your hometown.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely a growing country. Baseball is becoming a lot bigger. I think it's almost a second sport now. So a lot more kids are joining it, and we're having a lot more product come out into professional baseball. So obviously guys like him are a huge part of that. And hopefully I can just be next in line to inspire certain kids to do what they love to do.
I'm reading a piece that Shai Davidi of Sportsnet did on you, Tyler, and he talked about the changes you've made, as obviously after being drafted and getting to the stage you're at now. But he talked about some of the changes you've made with your approach at the plate. And you're quoted in the article, and I find it really interesting. You're saying you kind of studied how players like Bryce Harper hit and how, they're tend to be very calm in the box and then all of a sudden just explode when they get ready to hit the ball. Whereas in the past, you might have been a little more herky-jerky, waggle the bat in front and behind your head before getting your hands set. How did that come about? Because one of the things that, especially for a guy who's a good hitter, stuff works for you for so long, and then it's got to be hard to have somebody say to you, yeah, I know that got you here, but to get to the next level, you might want to do this. Like, there are a lot of athletes who would kind of fight against having to make that change. Were you like that, or did you just sort of decide, hey, if I got to do it, I got to do it?
Right. I mean, I knew I had to make an adjustment going into 2016. Obviously, I had a pretty good 2015, but I had some things to work on going into Double-A. So that was one of them, just making sure that I could see the ball, especially with the tougher pitching in Double-A. Really just an abundance of things, but that's really the one that stuck out the most to me.